What happened to Jay Slater? What really happened to Jay Slater? And was he set up by Tom Hilton? Guys, if you're new to this series, then please go back and have a look at the previous 4 episodes where we discuss the past of Jay Slater and Tom Hilton. When we look at the Jay Slater case, there's so many theories as to what could have happened to him. So the point of this series was to be logical and look at if there was a possible motive to attack Jay in the first place. And this series has been based on evidence and factual events that have happened in real life. You see, Tom Hilton was attacked viciously in August 2021. The details of this incident are in the previous videos. Was this incident the cause of revenge? Is it possible that Ayub Kassim and Rocky are connected to Tom Hilton? You see, in the beginning, Lucy just said that Jay went off with 2 people, and then later on, it came out through Ayub's live stream that he knows Lucy.
Do I know Lucy? I know her a little bit. I know her through my friend, like, do you know what I mean? I know her through my friend, like. I had like a couple of interactions with her. I saw her at NRG Xanadu. She said hello. She was with my mate. Where else did I see Lucy? I see her now on the strip. Said hello, Lucy, alright? It's normal conversation, innit? Like, we're not like mates and that. And the last time she come to my house.
Investigations show that Tom Hilton is indeed connected to Lucy Law, and they've even been on holiday together. For all we know, Lucy Law and Tom Hilton could have been in a relationship. And for all we know, Jay Slater may have been in some sort of relationship with Lucy as well. This could have been a love triangle, on top of the fact that Tom Hilton was attacked by Jay and his friends in August 2021. Now, Tom Hilton is not the type of character that you mess with. You see, Tom Hilton is a well-known criminal with 14 convictions for 28 offences, and the number is growing rapidly. If you've watched the previous video, you would know that this man has got absolutely no regard for other people's lives. It was only recently that he goaded police about their driving skills after following him on a 70 miles per hour chase in a 30 mile per hour zone. In that chase alone, he narrowly missed pedestrians and almost killed them. Even after being arrested, he was laughing about the situation. You see, even that offence, on the February the 12th, he was breaching 2 community orders which had been imposed on him, one just 3 days earlier and one in November 2021, which was a 2-year order. Now bear in mind, guys, in August 2021, he almost died from this incident, and Jay and his friends were heard laughing in court about the situation. Now, he does not seem like the type of guy that would let this go just like that. You see, for Jay to have been set up, certain elements would have to be true within the case. For example, if Tom Hilton set up Jay Slater, then he would have to have some sort of connection through one of his friends to be able to do that. If we look at the person who looks very suspicious in the club where Jay was last seen, where the last footage of Jay was actually taken, there was a man there, and he looked angry, he looked dangerous, and he also has got a scar on the back of his head, which could have been caused by a machete attack. Was he, Tom Hilton, did he do something to Jay on that night? You see, how would he know exactly where Jay is and what time he's there? Well, he could easily do that by being in contact with Lucy Law. You see, when we look at the situation, the last person to have apparently have been with Jay Slater was Ayub Kassim. Now, Ayub Kassim knows Lucy, and yet she's denied any knowledge of knowing him. Now, Jay Slater's mother's come out, Debbie, and she's also concerned about the fact that her son left with 2 strange men.
I don't know what he thought he was doing by going with these 2 guys. I really don't know. what we're going through, you know, and why he went with them, what we're going through, in their opinion, what would be going through Jay's mind. I mean, I seen something that, you know, he was saying he wanted to come with us, but I just...
How come? Bro, stop saying took him home. No one took no one, bro. He invited himself.
I don't know, I can't get my head round why he just didn't go back to his own friends, you know. But certainly not a party with the location of it. It's in the middle of nowhere, middle of mountains. So you don't... Well, there's an after party, but it's not up in, you know, isolated up there.
Left with them to apparently go to a party, even though there was no party, because apparently he went straight to bed.
Of course I went straight to bed when I got home. Obviously I think it was fags and that. He took a charger from Rocky's cell and that, whatever. And then boom, I went to bed, 100%.
His mother is also concerned about the fact that this situation happened in such a remote location. What was Jay doing in such a remote location? And why did Ayub Kasim and Rocky have an Airbnb in such a remote location, so far away from the nightlife? You see, Debbie should have full knowledge about Ayub Kasim and Rocky by now, because Lucy Law knows them, but yet she still doesn't know anything about them. Now why is that? Is Lucy Law not telling the truth? Is she hiding something? And is she hiding something from Jay Slater's mother? You see, Jay Slater's mother seemed like that she wasn't happy with Lucy.
I was just saying, like, I was like, thanks, you know, thanks for what you've done, thanks for reporting him missing, but obviously not knowing anything else at that point. You know, I was just saying, like, because she's only a kid herself, she's only 18, you know, and I said, like, thanks for reporting it, but then obviously after that, it was like, just so many questions. Really? You know, thinking, we can't change anything, like, but so it's just like thinking, like, if you knew his location, well, you know, why didn't you just go to him?
Guys, notice how disappointed she is in Jay's friends, in particular Lucy, who she's talking about.
It's not like everyone just needs to relax, like leave Lucy alone.
Now, is that because Lucy is not telling her the full situation? So back to the question, did Tom Hilton set up Jay Slater? Well, Tom Hilton knows Lucy Law. Lucy Law knows Ayub Kasim. Ayub Kasim was the last person to be with Jay Slater. So by now we know that there's a connection between them. We also know that Tom Hilton has got absolutely no regard for other people's lives. Let's go even further back, closer to the machete attack incident in August 2021. What was Tom Hilton's behavior like soon after that incident? Just a few months after being the victim of the machete attack by Jay Slater and his friends, Tom Hilton was going to the shop to go get some milk for him and his dad. Now, as this was going on, the police were attending another incident near the shop, and they were about to leave when they heard a commotion from down the road. There was a large crowd of people, and Tom Hilton and another teenager were exchanging punches, and they showed no signs of stopping. The officers tried their best to stop the fight, but they couldn't control the situation. Officers were forced to use their pepper spray. The CS spray managed to stop the fight as they couldn't see what they were doing. Their faces were in agony, and at this point, the police were able to restrain both of them. Police called for backup, and they put Tom Hilton in the back of a van. He was soon taken to the police station and put into a cell. The case was soon taken to Blackburn Magistrates Court. Jonathan Taylor, who was defending for Tom Hilton, said that he had been caring for his father, who suffered from motor neuron disease and had popped to the shop to get some milk. He said Hilton had recently been attacked with a machete which had left him with a serious injury, and since then had tried to keep himself to himself. He said as my client left the shop, the other youth and his friends followed him. It was clear the other teenager wanted to fight. He said my client should have run off, but he didn't know if he'd be pursued back to his father's house, which he didn't want to happen. Mr. Taylor continued, he said Hilton had not gone out looking for trouble. He didn't cause this situation, but got embroiled in it. Due to the violent nature of the incident, Tom Hilton accepted that he went further than what is self-defense. Thomas James Hilton, who was 18 at the time, of Cliff Street, Rishton, pleaded guilty to using threatening behavior. He was made subject to a community order for 24 months with 35 days rehabilitation activity requirement and 100 hours unpaid work. The other teenager, who was just 17 years of age, cannot be named for legal reasons, was dealt with by a youth caution.